What's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, New York Toy Fair 2018 at the DC Collectibles booth with Jim Fletcher, Executive Chief Superior, Executive Chief.
That's my exact title. Barely fits on the card.
Yeah, it's right on there.
Nice.
Executron.
What's that? Oh yeah, we had to work on that later.
Yeah.
We have to TM and see that because that's ours now, right?
Oh yeah.
You would turn the camera off.
I love what you guys are doing with the animated series figures. You're doing something similar to what you've done with the Batman right here, but with the Joker.
The Batman Joker pack did really well for us, so we thought, we also throw Joker in there for facial expressions. And how do you not do Harley? Talk about somebody with great facial expressions.
Right.
I mean, you got a lot of great accessories, including maybe the best one.
Oh yeah.
So you got this Joker fish that she has to wear around on an episode. My favorite accessory of the whole show is right here. It could be a finger puppet or it just fits on top of Harley. But yeah, her expressions are great.
Yeah.
So you've got an unmasked head, which is really cool. And what I like about these expression packs is you get a little deeper into the line now. It's not just a figure on a card. Or actually, you can recreate actual scenes or make up your own new scenes or live through your toys. So like your boss may be mad one day about something. You can put this on your toy and who's gonna know? You can just live vicariously through your angry Harley face. Then when things get fixed up, you know what?
Go back to a peaceful
you
Harley.
keep your emotions to yourself and then it'll all be fine.
I like that you have the interchangeable feet for the skates. Too.
Oh, thanks for noticing that. That was great, yeah. We watch all the shows, you go through the episodes, you try to find stuff that's really toyetic and cool. And, the show is so much fun. There's so much you can do with it. Like the Joker when he turns into a robot. You can make a whole robot Joker out of that one. So it's really great. One of our designers did a great job with this diorama, just showing the kind of stuff you can do with it.
Yeah, I like that.
He's build one at home.
Yeah. It's all about getting the displays going.
Yep, super fun.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys we're having a really good time with this. We have, there's a few more things we'd still like to do. I mean, we really brought the whole thing into a giant, much more like a giant play pattern. We have the Bat Cave, the Bat Plane, the Batmobile, and all these expression packs. You can recreate a big part of the show.
Yeah, the whole animated series going down in your living room right now. You could do it. You can make it happen. You can make it happen.
Don't wait.
Oh yeah, and the Hyenas, are they coming with the Harley Quinn?
The Hyenas are there. I mean,
her babies?
She has to have those.
Yeah, her babies.
It's funny because on the show originally, I think they were Joker's Hyenas, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
It seemed like, yeah.
And they kind of just transferred over to her at some point.
Gotcha, yeah. Because I remember we were introduced to the Hyenas at the same time as Harley, right? Like it was like those.
They did a whole bunch of stuff there, yeah.
Yeah. So you had the thugs.
Now they're her Hyenas, but okay.
Yeah. She adopted them. All right.
Who doesn't want hyenas?
But it depends on how long you want to live, right? I mean,
if you train them well, like any dog, any wild animal you shouldn't have.
Yeah. I like these stylized statues that we're seeing over here. This is very cool.
So the Artist Alley is a really fun project for us because we literally walk down Artist Alley at all the conventions, right? So that's the clever name we came up with. But because the next person could be anybody. So we go down Artist Alley, we try to find people that maybe don't always fit for editorial or what they're doing for covers and stuff. So we have Chris Uminga over here, and you've got this Newligan stuff, which is great, a real cool, almost graffiti-ish kind of style.
Yeah.
And Shoma Rase is really beautiful flowing work. And they haven't really been used by DC for anything. But we're like, this is just cool. This would be a cool toy. It might not work for a comic book, but doesn't mean we shouldn't do it for something else. So as we're coming down to Artist Alley, keep those portfolios open because anybody could be somebody we pick if we think it's cool enough.
Wow. So if you don't make it into a comic, you still have the opportunity to make it in statue form.
You might see us walking around the show or one of our art directors. And if we drop off a card, definitely respond. Because these people didn't see it coming. I've known some of them for years, but they didn't see this coming until we're like, hey, no, we're really doing this now. And they were like,
wow.
So cool. That's cool. Could be a cool opportunity for almost anybody.
Yeah, that's incredible. And then you have black and white versions coming out along with the color.
Yeah, we have the black and whites. These are coming out in the fall. They're all coming out around the same time. These are fall and these are fall. They look great in black and white. I mean, the translation of his work, you can see we put the drawings right behind it so you can see what they look like. Really super accurate. And we have this is the packaging.
Oh, okay, cool.
So they're going to come in a window box like this. It'll have, you'll have this kind of a repeat pattern of the artwork. There'll be a card that the artist will have, pre-signed in there with their drawings, and then there's a little bit on the back about, why we're doing it, and then about the artist. So it's our 20th anniversary. So we'll have that on the front. But this line, thanks, man. Can't believe it.
Yeah, 20 years.
Yeah, so this line, I mean, we've always been all about making stuff from artists and making it look like from the artist. We started off with collectibles used on comic book guys, and that really became our strength, and we translated into all these. So, and that's a big announcement for you guys for the show. So that's premiering here, is the holiday version of the Show Morase stuff. And they look great. I want them scented like peppermint, because it looks like they should be, right?
Yeah, you bite it off.
Yeah, eating statues.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
So they're really beautiful. The paint job's really great on those. So we're really excited to have those out on the show floor.
I really did that.
Yeah. So the work is great, and they all the illustrators were really happy with the outcome of them. So we were pretty excited about it. And back to action figures.
I'm very, very excited for these right now.
I figured you might be.
Yes.
Yeah. So action figure guru.
Yeah. I'm all about it. These are 7-inch scale, right?
Yeah, we've gone back up to our largest size figures. The Batman animated stuff were 6. We're supposed to be matching the old Mattel and Hasbro stuff. That's why they were smaller. We tried it with icons. I don't think it really got us where we wanted to be. So we just went back to our normal size 7-inch-ish scale figures. What's cool about these, they don't have the most articulation ever, but they have the most posability we've ever done. So all the points are really important, but they're not all. It's not like we didn't cut it to every single place that we could. But the movement is great. And there's a video on our in your press kit and on our Facebook page that shows actually all the stuff you can do with it.
Okay.
And it's there. And if it's playing while we're talking, we can swing the camera over there and we can watch that later. But it's really, they're amazing to pose. A lot of fun to play with, and we're going to be going through, a lot of the standard characters. Yeah. We've already sculpted way more figures than this, so like at San Diego, there'll be even more of them out there.
Yeah, and a lot of effects parts too. I remember seeing that at San Diego. There was like a lot of effects, like the Green Lantern.
That's something, so we built those for the show. That's something we want to consider doing, because people keep asking us, that's so cool, can we get these?
Yeah.
There's been such a demand for them. I'm like, I don't know, maybe we should. What do these people think? Yeah. We'll be looking to you to tell them.
Comment section. Share your thoughts in the comment section.
Only the polite thoughts.
Yeah. No hate comments, please. Like, don't tell me to cut my hair, man. Why you always got to mention the hair, huh? Why?
How much more is that a cut? What do they want from you?
Yeah, I know. They want me to be bald. That's what they want.
Who wants that? I don't even want that.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys are crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, these are going to be really fun figures. They're doing a lot of stuff. So it's. The first wave is Batman, Deathstroke, and Flash, and Reverse Flash, and Superman, Brainiac, Aquaman, and Black Manta. These are coming out in the summer, and these will be out in the fall. A lot more plans for this.
Will they have ankle pivot? I have to ask that. I have to throw that out there. You can see the ankle rocker, side to side.
Got the ankle rocker on there, so that should be.
Excellent.
We're still working out some details. Obviously, these are just. See if these are any of the prototypes, but you've got. Zoom in.
Okay, looks like we're getting a full range of movement right there. Yeah, okay.
And you see that, but there you go. He can break his leg and turn it all the way up.
Yeah.
So it's got back and forth and go. So I think we should be good on that.
Well,
and the rest of the stuff is great.
Will it turn like?
We're still working. It goes a little bit that way. We're still working through some of the details.
Gotcha. Okay, it's moving a little. All right.
And the head's got a lot of range of motion on some of them. We worked out the neck barbell a little better, so they're looking farther up, but. These are just prototypes for the show, but we're working through all the details. Awesome. Very excited for that line, yeah. I figured you would
the essentials, yeah.
So what's good is, essentials, we're using the same articulation on the Doomsday Clock figures.
Yeah.
And they're the same size, and we've never actually done Watchmen figures. This is the first time we're getting to do them editorial comic book style. We did the movie ones.
That's right, because I have those.
Yeah, and then we did the ones we never produced, like 15 years ago, whatever it was, maybe longer. Mm-hmm. They never came out. So then when they went back to revisit these characters, a Doomsday Clock, we got to finally do the Watchmen figures, plus 2 of the new ones. Yeah. So that's really awesome. We have Mime and Marionette in there, and you got this much of the cast in there so far. So they'll fit the same scale as all these.
Awesome, so you can have them all, in one shot.
Yeah. These are in 2-packs, so it's these 2 guys, then these 2, then these 2. These are all carded figures. Okay. The Doomsday Clock's coming out in groups of 2. So we're really excited to be jumping on this initiative, and the toys will be coming out when the book's still printing.
Okay.
So we'll hit the end of the print run. We're gonna actually hit the end of the print run with our toys.
Awesome.
So that doesn't always line up because of the production is so different.
Yeah.
Because a comic book is way shorter than making an action figure. So people are always asking, why can't these come out when the book's out? Yeah. It says I simply can't do it.
Yeah.
So that's the reason.
Yeah, it takes longer to make.
Yeah, you got to do stuff's in China. You got to make the molds and do quality testing and all this other stuff. So you can't just be like, pump it out in 3 months and go, there you go, we're all done.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
But We're doing what we can.
Are we gonna get any CW essentials that would fall in line with
Right now
this?
we're focusing on the statues, as they're doing really well for us. So I'm not saying we're never doing them, but right now the focus is on the statue. We have a really cool one to show you later on in the interview.
Okay, we'll get to some more CW stuff later on. Then and these are very impressive looking pieces
cool.
right over here.
Man. So these are the DCI core figures we're doing are basically, it's a PVC statues. We want to cut the price point down so everything doesn't have to be $125. These are $50.
Oh, nice.
So, and they're made out of plastic, so they're cat proof. So when they come off the shelf, they shouldn't break all over the floor.
Awesome.
And I'm having a lot of fun with these. I'm actually getting to draw these poses myself and work and get them out there. So that's been great. I'm back on the drawing board, which has been a while. So it's really fun. I'm really excited about these statues. The poses are really fun.
Yeah.
The art director we have on this is doing a great job, and the sculptors are just killing it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we'll here sculpt this and make it look good, and they certainly did that.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That's got to be a great feeling too, to see an idea get transformed.
It's actually pretty cool to watch the process. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, we're going for this. We're going for, it says core, and it's going to be our core figures. This line should go on for quite a while, and we'll see how well it does. The cool thing, all the bases will be themed as well.
I was just going to mention that. Like, I really like seeing the shield right there.
Yeah, you got the Joker haha things, and back there we got the bat flowing over there with an Oracle logo that you probably can't see it, but that's kind of neat.
That is
really
awesome.
fun and play. That's just such a good character in the new version of her.
Nice.
It's pretty neat. So having a great time with the core figures.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm really digging that. Okay, we're on the other side. Oh, all right.
We made it.
Yeah, Jimmy
good transition.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Very well done.
Right.
This thing with Beast Boy, that is really creative. I really like that a lot.
So that's funny you pointed that out, because when you look at the Perez cover, right? So he's basically morphing into the tiger.
Yeah.
So like, how on earth are we going to get this sculpted? We really couldn't figure it out at first. We had a lot of challenges, and I'll turn around on the side so you can see what we did. So basically, we tried to make it, we tried to get the morphing done in a way we thought was somewhat believable. So we did a couple of different ones, and some of them just looked really weird and weren't a little dicey. So we ended up going with this, but this was a real challenge to figure out how to get that looking like the transition's going to work.
And it really works from the different angle too.
Yeah,
like, that's what's really
the side
cool
views are really cool.
We have that front view from the cover, but the fact that it really works well on side view.
Yeah,
too.
when you got to figure stuff like that out when you're sculpting, and we also have to make sure all the bases work, because when you get all these, you basically can put it all together, and you can recreate the whole cover. And then you have to figure out stuff like, well, how big can Raven's cape actually be? Because we got close, but the statue can only be so big before it's going to fall over. So you got to figure out all these interesting technical problems, but it works really well as a grouping. And if you don't have to buy them all at once. I mean, they start out in summer, they go all the way down to winter, so they come out throughout the whole year. So if you want to save up and get them all, you can do it that way. Or if you just like Beast Boy, you can just buy Beast Boy.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Without
so you can cherry pick.
To get them all, so you won't have a hole or a weird shape or something.
Yeah, so you could be a cherry picker or a completionist. You can go either way.
I suggest completionist.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Of course I do. Yeah. What else am I going to say?
Yeah. So you must get them all.
You must.
Then we have some new black and white statues.
So yeah, this is our longest running line still to date. I mean, every time you come in, I tell the same thing, and it's still true. It might be one of the longest running statue lines in the industry. It's over 12 years old.
I think it was the Mike Mignola ones were like
really early. Yeah.
Those were like the first ones I think I remember seeing. It may have gone back further.
Yeah, it went a little further back than that, but that was a really early one. The first one, I think no, it's not Simon Bisley. It's somebody else. There's like 3 or 4 before that one.
Okay.
So but this is a really long time for a statue line to be going. We're like in the 80s with the amount we produce right now. So we're really excited right now to look at these Gerard Way ones. So obviously, the guy from A Chemical Romance, and he's inside this cape is the city of, it's a map of Gotham.
That is cool.
So I don't know if you can see that, but it's really pretty awesome. So this is from an untold story that Gerard was writing, and he didn't finish it yet. So we're hoping he's going to go back, now that he's seen these statues, he can maybe go back and think about what he wants to do with this. Yeah. But there's a Batman here, there's a Joker over there, and with a really cool vibes to the figures. It's really different than any other ones that we've done. We also, of course, from the metal series, we have the Batman Man Who Laughs. Big fan favorite piece. That character design has resonated really well with the collectors. So as long as there's a cool Batman, there'll be cool Batman black and whites. Nice. So people ask me when we're going to be done with this line. I'm like, why?
Yeah, it's been going on so long. There's no plans for it.
Can't stop it now.
Yeah, you got to push it.
Yeah. So we also went ahead and said, so after the success of this, we decided to try, we might as well do a Harley line. Now, Harley is one of our other most successful characters, and sometimes that outsells Batman.
Oh,
So
wow.
depending, so we have like a traditional Harley costume, or you can go with more of the new, a new different version of her.
Yeah.
So, but depends on your, or you don't have to choose because they're both here.
Yeah.
So if you like traditional, but there's a whole bunch of different Harley costumes we've done over the years. And this line's really strong. We're just going to keep moving ahead with more of those. Those are based on some really good selling variants that the company put out. You have the Michael Turner one and the Phillips Hand statues, both great pieces.
Yeah, I love Harley. And then we have some bombshells. Yeah, right.
So Bombshells is super exciting. But still, again, this line's doing really well for us. We're like 30 or maybe statues in or so, maybe 20 something. So it's another really successful long running line for us. So Wonder Woman, we have a deluxe thing where she just finished destroying a tank, which is really fun. The Batwoman Batman statue is really interesting because she's basically stolen the Batmobile keys while she's like distracting him with everything else.
Gotcha.
And he's
Yeah,
kind of like,
with everything
whoa.
else,
Yeah, and
yeah.
he's like, whoa, what the? So a
I
really
would-
fun piece.
I would like the are we going to see more bombshells figures along with
Lucky
this?
for you, they're right next door.
Oh,
No
yeah,
jumping
let's
ahead,
go.
Shartimus.
Okay.
Come
oh,
on.
Well, one at a time, but yeah, I would love to see a bombshell of that Catwoman.
It's a really fun design. Yeah, we had a great time with those. So
Yeah.
basically, this is the Joker's daughter Bombshell statue. So that's from a variant cover that I drew myself. So that's kind of neat. So again, it's fun when you're seeing your stuff come to life. But she's one of the main villains in the
This is your
Bombshells.
art piece right here?
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's one of the main villains from the Bombshells line in the comic book that's been out for years. And because you asked for it, so there you go. So you remember we
right,
put out a
here's
statue
Harley.
of this. Remember that was from that 1940s
The
Kiss?
Kiss, yeah.
We're not going to reenact that today because nobody wants to see you and me like this.
Yeah.
But
Well, some of you
or
guys
do
do.
they?
Or do.
So this is actually the toys should get into a pretty similar pose to that. So we want to make sure we could recreate that. And look, the best part, what's the best part of this? Harley's kissy face. Oh, Shartimus, we love you. So there it is.
Awesome.
So pretty fun.
Yeah, is there going to be a kissy face for the... Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, he's just like, oh man.
That one- oh, I guess
He's
we
got
need
the oh
another
man
one.
face.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can replace Harley's head in that, which will be fun.
That is excellent. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, hopefully we see a Catwoman like in
Catwoman's
the
great.
figure.
It's a really
yeah.
good figure, and maybe even a Batman. So
Yeah.
So we have the Gerald Jones line of, she's the newest artist on our Cover Girl statue. It started with Adam Hughes. You remember that was a long time ago.
Yes.
Another
yeah.
super long running line, but we changed the artist up quite a bit. She's drawing the Batman book now, and her artwork is fantastic.
Yes, I love that pose too. It's
Right?
great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so
great
good.
use of the cape for the support too. I
Oh,
like
thanks.
that.
Yeah,
That's
when
pretty
that
creative.
drawing came in, we're like, now how are we going to hold that up? And we're like, well,
Yeah.
put the cape on the ground, then we can do it. And it worked out really nicely.
Yeah.
Gotham City Garage, been super fun line to work on. It's one of our another things of creation we came up with DC Collectibles. We rebranded adding license plates on
Oh, cool.
because
cool.
we're so darn clever.
Yes. Critter girl.
Some girl,
Yes,
back
girl.
rule. And the book's out too. There's also a publishing initiative to support that. Now, I don't want you to be frightened when you turn around,
Okay.
but there may be something a little disturbing right behind you. So.
Oh yeah, that is awesome. Oh, that is great.
It's a full-size bus, so you stick your head back here. You can see for size. If we put our heads in,
Yeah, that
squeeze
is.
your head in there and be. So there you go. There's your scale. Actually, Shartimus's head should be used for scale for everything. So going forward, we'll make sure we put his head next to things.
I would be honored.
That'd be great. So yeah, Rick
Have
Baker, obviously award-winning, a special effects guy in Hollywood. We reached out to him and said, hey, you want to do any interest doing a DC character? And he basically came back and said, you know what? I've been working in this industry a long time. I'll do it, but I want you to let me do what I want to do.
Okay.
Not like, because when you're on a movie, there's a lot of opinions and you have to get something. He's like, and I'm like, I'm not here to get in your way.
Yeah,
So I think he was a little surprised that we just said fine, and he delivered this badass, crazy Joker. So
I love the
eyes
dirty
really
teeth.
follow you around too. It's a little weird.
Yeah, and the dirty teeth too. I like how he
So
hasn't
good.
brushed his teeth in 12 years.
Yeah, we don't know what he's doing behind that
Yeah.
smile. Who knows? He's
Yeah.
not using Crest, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man.
When you play with the lighting, you can get some really cool
yeah.
You can always do like that, that creepy bad guy effect. When you,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll do the rest of my interview like this.
Yeah.
So it'd be good.
Love it.
So this is going to be part of our gallery line. Also, check out this Two-Face. So feel how heavy this sucker is.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
it's got the, hey, careful. Oh man. You just flipped the bad side. Now you're gonna go.
No.
Here we go. Shartimus goes ballistic on camera.
That's it. That's it. Your time's up, Jim. Sorry.
Well, it's been a good run.
Yeah.
That's how I gotta go now. If I go down talking at Toy Fair,
Hey,
it's all I can.
Yeah, it could be worse ways.
Right?
Yeah, there could be worse ways. And this cane right here.
Check this out. So this is a heavy Joker cane. It's actually metal. The head's like a real. It's pretty solid, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually a real walking stick. So it's, you see, it's a little high for a cane.
Yeah, it is.
Because a cane would be down here, but it's actually a walking stick. So, but obviously, the Joker's going to put his own face on it.
Yeah,
So we got to design this in-house. It was a really fun project to work on. And now it's going to be going back into the comics in some upcoming issues. So you'll actually see this in the books. And it's also the same cane that we did on our little PVC statue.
Oh, neat.
Too far into our own heads,
right
man.
on.
Too far in.
It's like fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
It's like you can get the statue and have the cane from the statue.
From the statue and a comic book from the cane from the statue.
Whoa, so you can have the comic statue
it's not all
and
about
the
a cane. It's not a comic book about a cane.
I know, going like way too deep onto the cane.
It's all about the Joker cane.
Yeah.
Well, we'll move on from our Joker friend and we'll
All
go
right.
talk about some
Yeah.
other stuff. So
Oh,
designer
Mike
series
Turner.
statues. Oh yeah, good, really nice Supergirl piece. So Irene Matar sculpted this. It's we've done other Turner stuff, and not saying Ella isn't great too. This one is it's amazing. I don't even know how she pulled it
Yeah.
off. It's crazy good.
I mean, I spotted it right away. It definitely.
Nobody else
represents
that
his
could
artwork.
be. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. I did get to meet him shortly before he
Oh
passed.
yeah, that was sad, but he was a nice guy.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I worked with him on an action figure line for Collectibles DC Direct a long time ago.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
super nice to work with.
Yeah.
But his artwork lives on, man. Stuff the guy's
Yeah.
got amazing. And every time they keep reprinting stuff, it just sells. So we work with the guy still representing him, and he was like, great tribute to Mike. So thanks.
Awesome.
Really cool.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. He lives on.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
This Jim Lee Superman. So obviously this is so new. It just came. It's not even done.
Yeah.
So there's still a little bit of sculpting to do, but as you know, the trunks are back. I'm sure you heard the big announcement.
Yeah.
At the last minute, we had to go back and put the trunks on him to make sure he got here for the show. So he looks great. So Jim's really happy with this so far, but it's a big freaking statue. It's 12 inches tall. Really represents the Man of Steel and in his new moments that he's going to have from the issue 1000 of Superman. More of our designer series stuff. You've got a Batman from metal. I like to call him the Conan Batman, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at him.
Axes.
That's awesome. He just looks
and so much blood too.
so much blood.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, he's had a tough time in this book.
Yeah.
The metal book is pretty intense, and Scott and Greg are just killing it with the story. It's a really crazy ride. Yeah. So we want to really represent it with a statue that shows off, hey man, this is where this book's going.
Oh yeah, and you got that Capullo chin. I don't know what he has a definite way of drawing chins.
Yeah, and Johnathan Matthews is one of our most talented sculptors. We've used him for years on a bunch of stuff, and he just crushed that sculpt. It's so good.
That is excellent.
And now we haven't done a lot of Red Hood stuff, so we want to step it up. I mean, he's a great character. Fan favorite, and Kenneth Rocafort redesigned him, remember, for the New 52 stuff. So we decided, well, let's have him do a statue. So we drew this cool statue, and we decided to make this cool statue. Yeah. What's really neat about it is that candy coating stuff.
I was just gonna say
that's super. This is production. This is already from China.
Oh, nice.
So it's really sweet.
Oh,
nice
so the official copies are gonna look just like this.
Yep. Yeah, that's the same with the Batman. So those are done.
That is incredible. Yeah, I love that metallic. It's like so candy apple red.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's really good. It's a really impressive color.
Yeah, I dig that.
So we've got a designer series statue from Jason Favog. So if you want the big three in one statue and you like Jason Favog, done. You're welcome.
Excellent. All right there.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful piece. Batman's Batarang is gone, so I think he threw it at somebody earlier today. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where it is. Probably stuck in someone's back.
All right. Keep it. Look around. See
Yeah.
if anybody's wearing it.
A little backache. Our other designer series statues down here is the Brian Bolland mini statue and the Joker mini statue from the Killing Joke book, which of course keeps reprinting over and over again. It's such a great story,
Nobody
classic
gets sick
DC.
of it. Yeah.
No, it's amazing. So we have our two statues to represent those. And then here it is. You were asking about DC TV stuff. So that's our Black Lightning statue, and the actor was super jazzed about it. He's like, wow, that looks just like me. So if he's happy, we're happy. And the show's, it's trending really well. It's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes on its 4th episode already, and it's great. And he's a really cool character. One weird fact about, have you ever read any of the early Black Lightnings from when he first came out?
I haven't really.
Okay,
no.
So one weird thing, when he first came out, he had his mask and his afro were one piece.
Wow.
So good, right? So they talk about your hair. Never mind your hair.
Yeah, but it was.
So, because he had a short haircut, so Jefferson Pierce had a short haircut underneath, and they would literally take off his mask and his afro and put it on for his disguise.
Wow.
So I'm glad they didn't keep that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of weird, man.
A little bit. A little trippy, but the show's great. So
I wonder how that would have been received in 2018. Like,
I'm not thinking that's probably why they didn't do it.
Yeah. Probably a good choice. Yeah.
I mean, I know that's how your hair works, though, right?
Yeah. No.
Comes off.
I wish I could just do that.
That'd
Stick
be
it right
fun.
on there. Yeah.
Well, all right. Oh, and we got a set of Gimli statues down here. So it's a
nice.
Trinity again. On the bottom of all these, it's going to have Jim's signature.
Oh, cool.
I mean, so printed. Obviously, not signing it.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, they're all based on Jim Lee art from a couple different time periods during the DC run. So there's the Batman from Rebirth, a Wonder Woman, and a Superman. But they all come in a box of 3 statues. So,
Excellent. Now, one thing I was curious about is a couple years ago you released an animated series, Batmobile. I should have mentioned this earlier.
Yeah, I love that.
And then, yeah, me too. And then after that, you had the Batwing.
That
right?
tiny little Batwing?
Yeah, the little,
Silent
the little Batwing. The thing was monstrous.
Yeah.
And then the Bat Cave.
Yeah, even bigger.
So I was expecting to see like an actual full-on, like with the stalactites and stalagmites.
The whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. So is there any other plans of going even bigger, or is there anything that
so
you have in
honestly,
mind?
we've talked about trying to do that freaking blimp that flies around.
That's
but
right.
it's so, I mean, the tooling is just, it make the Batwing look like a little children's toy.
Oh, okay.
So, but we have some other plans in the works that sadly I can't discuss at the moment.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, the Batman animated line's near and dear to all of our hearts. And you know, we have some other stuff that we'll be talking about after the show, and then San Diego we may hopefully be unveiling some new stuff. But I mean, that's so many people come in and like, that's my Batman.
Yeah.
Because so many people grew up with it, and that was their Batman.
Yeah.
So
and that show holds up.
yeah,
to
and
this
Harley
day,
was
which is
created
crazy.
on that show. I mean,
Yeah.
so much good stuff in there.
Yeah.
So
we got more.
fingers crossed.
So the wheels are still going.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Hey,
Jim.
dude.
I'm really looking forward to all the stuff
You too.
coming out. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, and you guys can see images over at toynewseye.com, and we'll catch you guys later.
Go there.
Yeah.
Go there. Watch it.
Do it.
Now.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face.